Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Tesla price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. Starting on the all-time history for Tesla, we are looking at the bullish and bearish scenario. So we have of course an impulse toward the upside where we finish 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave A and a wave 1, ABC for a wave B or a wave 2, continuation toward the upside impulsively in 5 waves and finishing wave 3 or a wave C. In this case scenario, we have finished 3 waves of zigzag, of course, as a wave A. We are looking at W, X, and a Y. And basically, this W, X, and a Y can be, of course, unfolding in 3 ways for W, 3 ways for the X, and 3 ways for the Y. In case you are not looking for this low, this is a scenario where you might, of course, stop a wave Y somewhere here and then continuation toward the upside, but you would like to see at least a zigzag toward the downside. Basically, another scenario is, of course, a very regular expanding flat, right? Which is 3 waves down, 3 waves up, perfect for wave B, and then moving in 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 to hit perfectly the fib level between 1.38, 1.618, and of course in confluence with the 0.5 fib level, which it might be, of course, a very attractive target for Tesla between the $70 and the $50. This is another scenario, of course, and then start to move toward the upside after 3 waves up, 3 waves down, continuation impulsively for a wave C. Now, another scenario can be also a running triangle. We can have, of course, a running triangle where you might have, of course, kind of like a triangle here. I think I have this scenario. Just 1 second. Let me check. Here we go. So this scenario where you might have a running triangle and you would like to see, of course, a zigzag again. Yeah, so you would like to see an A, B, and a C finishing, or a wave Y, which is your same scenario as a wave Y, not reaching the low here. So basically, I will simply add actually this. Yeah, so just to make sure that we always remember this scenario, right, as A, B, C, D, E, yeah, and then moving toward the upside. Now, I don't put the labels because, of course, it makes it much more pleasant for you guys to watch it and less numbers and counting. Basically, this is a triangle formation, A, B, C, D, and an E potentially, and then moving toward the upside. Okay, so let's move inside it to see now the current price action, which it should be related to the daily that we just saw, right? So basically, if we are looking to this triangle and we are looking for a WX and a Y, potentially you're looking at least a 3-way structure, which it can be an A, B, and a C in this case scenario. You would like to see after this correction here as a wave B, potentially you're moving towards the downside. And that because if we dive deeper here, you can see, of course, clearly that you have an ABC 3 waves up, 3 waves down, and potentially you're looking here for a 5 waves toward the upside. It can be, of course, an ending diagonal to finish a wave C, right, for a wave B. Here we go. So basically what I mean with this, also it can be a wave 4 by the way, in case we are still impulsive, I'm gonna explain. So basically you are looking here at a potential wave A after 3 waves towards the downside. And that means, of course, you might have here a kind of like a 3 waves towards the downside where you have a zigzag, correction, and potentially impulse. It's not, yeah, like 3 waves down, 3 waves up, and then impulse to finish a wave A. And then you have 3 waves up, 3 waves down, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as an expanding flat to finish a wave B, right? And in this case scenario, you are creating the correction in between the wave A and the wave C that we might have later on. And this will, of course, complete 2 scenarios, which is the triangle that we saw, of course, in our daily, or the WX and a Y and continuation toward the upside. The difference with the triangle, we have to retest it at this point to see if we're still looking for lower, or if you are finished in WX and a Y here, you will break this triangle towards the upside for a new all-time high. And this is where Tesla might get recovery. So basically, in all case scenarios, what I see for Tesla is we are still moving towards the downside, and that because, of course, yeah, the daily, it doesn't show any kind of yeah, good signal, yeah, towards the upside. This is a problem. We don't get any impulse towards the upside. And also, if we want to take this as like we have bottomed exactly here, and we start to look toward the upside as a leading diagonals, this can be also a potential scenario. Like, what if we bottomed here, for example, W, X, and a Y, that you have double zigzag and an X in between? And this will form a W, X, and a Y. 3 ways toward the downside, and you start right now in a leading diagonal toward the upside. So this is our bullish scenario. I will give it, of course, a chance here for a bullish scenario, but that means in a daily, there is a problem with it. So what I mean with it is, on the daily, if you finish here, then you have to consider this is a running flat, right? A running flat, which is very rare case scenario, finishing a 5 ways toward the downside. In case this is 5 ways, well, can still be failing to take the low, right? Which is supposed to look like an expanding flat, and finishing 5 ways short and fail to take the low, then moving toward the upside. This is the only bullish scenario that I see, of course, for Tesla right now, in case we are bullish. Yeah. So I'm gonna mark this also as bullish scenario in case we are looking for higher. So let's put this in round to always remember it. Here we go, a wave 1. But don't forget, it can be also a wave B finished as an expanding flat. Yep, so that was it for Tesla. Basically, just let's, before I finish the video, what is next, by the way? Yeah, so we still need a wave 4 potentially, and then a wave 5, yeah, to finish this ending diagonal. This is what I see, of course, from this price action, unless that you have finished an aggressive leading diagonal or ending diagonal, one of these two scenarios. So you're still looking for higher, yeah, in case you want to finish this. In case you did not finish, I think that yes, we're still looking for a wave 4, which is the potential targets for a wave 4 in a diagonal is the following. Here we go. So, well, yeah, you see we hit the 0.23 as a zigzag. If this is your wave 4 in this leading diagonal, yeah, it's questionable. But I prefer to see the blue box. Well, I don't see really Tesla so much impulsive that it rushed toward the upside. This is the problem. So potentially we move down and then higher for a wave 5. Yep. So that was it for Tesla. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye bye.